Remember the dream?
Okay guys, let's check streaking effects. So basically I did a tutorial about the streaking effects a while back, but it was embedded in a video review of AK Interactive products. So since, you know, I'm at it on this not Reaver, but Warhound Titan, I just thought I could make a video and share it with you. So for those that had maybe not the opportunity of checking the AK Interactive video. So basically right now what I'm doing is I'm using AK Interactive streaking effects. And basically now there's a lot of recesses and battle damage on that one, so I'm just applying the streaking effects in there so it gets more definition. So I'm applying it a little bit like a wash for this part now there, but then after that we're gonna start doing the streaks like you see me right now. Now I'm starting to pull the streaks in. I'm looking at the areas where my rust is and where the streakings would be pooling. Now I'm using just the streaking grime effect, and then after that in another clip I will be going and using the winter grime effect. I really like those two. The winter grime is like kind of a greenish tone, and especially on a white or gray base coat it pops out really well and it works really well. And then the streaking grime is like kind of a brownish tone. There's also the rust streaking, but the rust streaking is very orange, and I kind of like don't like it too much, especially on a bright model like this one, but not bright, but a really light color like this one, which is whitish. So that's why I didn't go with the standard rust grime effect, streaking effect from AK Interactive. But basically that's the only thing that I'm doing, is that I'm starting to pull my streaks from areas where the rust is, where the rust would accumulate and then start, you know, like dripping, and then the corrosion would mix with water from the rain or anything, and then it would create that. If you're using streaking effects, it's really gonna help your model pop out more than just having a bunch of chips everywhere and then there's no streak, as in, you know, like naturally the rust, when you have rust spots that are, you know, like open to the elements, then when the rain comes in and then it mix in with the corrosion that's already there, the rust, it will create streaking effects. So this is what we're trying to achieve right now. So just using a nice pointed brush, and then I'm pulling my streaks. You don't need to be too precise with that, because after that we're gonna go and shape those streaks a little bit later. So right now I'm just gonna see it in fast motion. I'm pulling my streaks. And then one little thing though is that I'm wearing a mask right now. I'm wearing a respirator. I'm not shooting airbrush, but this is enamel, and enamel, you know, not taste. Yeah, I never actually drank enamel, but it smells really bad, and you know, it's not really good for you. So by wearing a respirator, it's just a little safety precaution. With my streaks, I'm trying, you know, to use the curves of the model where it would naturally be streaking. So on top of the model you would not have that much streaking, you would have more some pooling and stuff, but on the side and on the top where there's a little curve, then I would have some streaking. Now basically I'm using the same thing, but now it's the winter streaking grime, the one that's a little bit more greenish, and then I'm just, you know, like doing it on the side of other streaks, and then a little bit randomly, so my streaks have different kind of colors and everything, and it gives it a little bit more dimension to the model. Now it's time to go shape those streaks. So basically what I'm using is I'm using a clean brush. One thing is that you should use synthetic brush, because if you're using enamel, and then this one for shaping the streaks, I'm using a white spirit or odorless thinner, then you might damage your Kolinsky stable hair. brushes, Kolinsky stable hair brushes. So basically you try to use a good synthetic brush, and then you're going to be able to do those streaking effects. So basically I'm shaping them up. I'm working only from one side. Basically it's easier because I'm a right-handed person, so I'm doing the right-handed side, and then after that I will flip the model over and do the other side, so that way my streaks are going to be nice and I don't have to, you know, like work with my brush in an awkward way. And basically I'm taking those streaks and then I'm shaping them into a point, and then at the same time also with the white spirit kind of thinning down the streak effect, so it kind of really looks natural, and it's just not, you know, looks like a brush stroke that you pull on the from the model or from the streak like we applied it previously. There's a bunch of techniques for that. There's a bunch of people that actually apply the streaking grime instead of pulling a streak like I did previously. There's a bunch of people that will just apply, you know, that will dab a big puddle of streak where they want it, and then after that they will use like kind of a flat brush and just pull it down. I kind of don't like that technique very much because you cannot control the streaks as much as this way, where you're pulling your streaks and then after that you go ahead and shape them with your brush after. I think you have more control into that. It takes a little bit more time, but it gives you the ability to be able to really have a natural streak and really be able to control the effect to its fullest, compared to if you were just pulling it with a larger brush, that it will not basically give you the full control on it. You will be stuck with what you get. But since, you know, right now we're working on a surface that's been clear coated with a gloss varnish to protect the actual surface of it. If we make a mistake, we can still be able to go ahead and actually you know, like erase it with the thinner, and then after that redo it. So there's no problem in making mistakes in this stage because it's not set yet, because your base coat is protected by the clear varnish, and then after that you're doing your streaking effect on top of it. Basically now, just in fast motion, like I said before, I'm flipping the model and then I'm gonna go shape the streaks from the other side just to make sure that my streaks are nice, and that's pretty much it. So you're gonna see a picture at the end of the video for you know, the full effect like you saw at the beginning of the video, and then basically I think the next video is gonna be how I do the verdigris effect on all the gold parts, and maybe a gold, how I did the old gold look on this this model, and then after that the verdigris effect on top of it, like, cause it's kind of gold coppery looking. But I'll see how the filming goes. So here you see the streaks. It looks really natural, not too much, but it gives, you know, a nice dimension to the model itself. Then once you're finished with that, and then the streaks are to your liking, then you just shoot the model with a flat varnish, and then you're done. So if you haven't checked it out, click on the video right there. This is how I did the advanced rust technique that you've seen in the model that we just worked on. If you haven't checked it out and you want to know how I did the chipping and then that rust effect, then just click on the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, like the video, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this technique. This was Hugo from Ichiban Studio, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers for watching.